What's up guys, JJ here again, here to talk to you about this guitar, which is a G&L Fallout. This is a Tribute Series Fallout guitar. Now, I've always been fascinated with electric guitar design. I think it's really interesting to see that, you know, like a musical instrument, which is basically a consumer product that was designed in the 50s or 60s, and that has remained the same and has remained in production for decades. I think that's very interesting. And then, of course, you have two main brands, and then I'm talking about Fender and Gibson. Fender making the bolt-on mass-produced electric guitars, and Gibson making the you know, the more expensive set neck, so glued neck humbucker equipped guitars. And I also think it's very interesting that basically there are only three, you know, electric guitar shapes that everything just boils down to, that a lot of guitars are related to or based on or derived of. But you always seem to come back to those three, and then I'm talking about the Gibson Les Paul, and the Fender Telecaster with two single coil pickups, slab body, bolt-on neck, very solid guitar, and the Fender Stratocaster, which of course had the synchronized tremolo unit, you know, the vibrato, three single coils. All electric guitar designs basically come back to that. Well, I'm aware that you have Gibson SGs, hollow bodies, semi-hollow bodies, Jazzmasters, Jaguars, and all that. But basically, design-wise, I think you can go back in time and see that they're all in some way related to those three. And then it's interesting to see that the guitar company comes out with a new electric guitar shape and pickup configuration. I think that's, you know, like really cool. For this video I used my Fender Blues Junior that was mic'd with a Sennheiser E906. I've always been into players that chose electric guitars that had a different shape. I used to be into Elvis Costello. He played a Jazzmaster, for instance. I think that was a very interesting looking guitar. Not very solid because of the tremolo system. Robbie Robertson, he used to modify his Strats, moving the you know, the middle pickup back to the bridge position. Jeff Beck playing a modified Telecaster or Esquire, I believe, and I had Seymour Duncan install humbuckers in that. You know, a lot of guitar players in the past have modded their guitars because they were not satisfied with the initial design. But then, you know, especially Fender guitars, they're a great platform for modifying. Now this particular guitar, the G&L Fallout, is also based on a shape designed by Leo Fender, because when Fender was bought by CBS, Leo Fender went on to form G&L together with George Fullerton in California. So G&L stands for George and Leo Fender. Later on, Leo Fender went on to form a company called Music Man, who are famous for guitars, amplifiers, and you know, the Music Man Stingray bass is a very popular bass guitar, active bass guitar. And according to Leo Fender himself, before he died, he said that the G&L designs were some of the guitars that he was most proud of before he died in 1991. So as I was saying, this is basically a modified version of a SC-shaped G&L guitar from the 1980s. Now, two guitar players, let me just take a look at my notes. Mark and Bob Mothersbaugh from Devo. Oh my god, yes, I'm serious, Devo. They used to modify G&L SC1s or 2s, I'm not sure, and install different pickups. And also a guy called Robert Poss from Band of Susans. He used to play an SC guitar, G&L SC guitar, SC1, and put different pickups in it. think stylistically this reminds me of a Mustang, Fender Mustang, which was a student guitar from the 60s. It looks like a very small guitar because the body is pretty small, but this is actually 25.5-inch scale length. It also has a slight resemblance to a Jazzmaster, I think, and that is because of the soap bar in the neck position, I suppose. But it has its own look. The red on this guitar is also called Fullerton red. It's not like candy apple red, which is very dark, and but this has a slightly pale reddish, almost orange look with a almost yellowish pig guard. This has a 12-inch radius on the fretboard, 22 medium jumbo frets, bolt-on neck, of course, closed back tuners, a fixed bridge also made by G&L. It's made out of mahogany, so even acoustically it sounds terrific. Let me just show you. When I'm in the shop, I always look for guitars that sound good and resonate very nicely before you plug them in, because that's usually a good indicator of a nice electric guitar. So this has two pickups then. It has a P90, a real P90, because it has adjustable pole pieces, and a Jeff Beck inspired humbucker, a beefy humbucker in the bridge position, which you absolutely need if you're going to play rock music, I guess. And it sounds great. Let's have a listen. Here's the P90. Let's go to the bridge position. And when you go to the middle position, that's interesting. Usually when you have a single coil and a humbucker equipped guitar and you go to the middle position, the pickups are not very balanced because they differ in output so much. And G&L did a great job on this guitar balancing out the pickups. Let's roll back the volume just a little bit so you can hear what I'm talking about. So again, bridge. So great balanced pickups. And when you pull this tone knob over here, you can split the humbucker. And usually on coil tapping guitars, so guitars that allow you to split the humbucker, coil tap the humbucker, what happens is you get a loss, a volume loss, which is, to me, it's not acceptable. But on this guitar, I think it's pretty good. When you roll back the tone, it's almost like a Strat on the middle pickup. And in the in-between position, it also sounds very, very nice. It's a very versatile guitar. Lots of sounds in one axe. That is lightweight, well made, and it looks really cool. So there you have it, the G&L Tribute Series Fallout electric guitar. a very versatile and very neat looking, neat sounding electric guitar. So are you going to do some modding yourself then, JJ? Well, I'm going to leave the nut, the tuners and the bridge alone, but I'm definitely changing out the 3-way toggle switch and upgrade that to a USA made toggle switch. Maybe the pots, but definitely the push-pull tone knob, because that doesn't feel very solid. So I'm going to swap that for a better one. Other than that, I love this thing. I think it's perfect. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up. Please subscribe. If you want to get in touch, go to my Facebook page. That's facebook.com/JJ Likes Guitar. See you next time. JJ out.